No.
Okay. I can't post to the chat, and I constantly get this little window. If you can see my video, you'll see this window. Oh, it's 35 seconds later. It says, page is unresponsive. Chrome is...
Wow.
There you go.
I don't care. No chat for me.
No chat for you.
Chat's overrated. He has to go on better, doesn't he?
I see in your screen that says thank you, Twitch.
Yeah.
So we can't connect, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, at least this isn't the show of echoes yet. So, I guess we'll just get it underway and say it's January 19th, and you are hopefully watching Mods on Air. Oh, I can't hear a thing.
No music.
It's playing.
Can't hear nothing that's playing.
Well,
there's no music.
We'll do our own rendition.
Awesome. Awesome.
Something about the Sims cringing.
There's a little. If you're going, somebody going. I think it may be Fox.
What else is there? A foil says, "I'm pulling this one hard."
Yeah. Asking all the people to make hacks to do something.
Yeah.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sim's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right. Well, continue the own rendition. Yeah, welcome to episode 410. Things are going to screw up here on Mods on Air, so stick around and watch it all fall apart, and we will never be back again because Foil will get so mad he will just turn off his computer.
On the upside, I just unmuted on the stream, and they do hear it, but we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's amusing. So now they've got the actual audio, and then us over it going there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see the problem.
Outstanding.
I see the problem. Now you'll hear it from now on. Can you hear me? No. See, they
now
can't.
You're really quiet.
Now I'm really quiet. Well, oh well. Anyway, this show is recorded live. Things will fall apart. There may be some adult language, adult themes, that kind of thing. All right. We got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, what?
It's just...
Is that a statement or a question?
No, it's what to do now. Continue on. Continue as normal.
Oh, there's a lot going on here. We have Microsoft. Microsoft is extending the end of days for XP. Microsoft XP, they say, is supposed to be offline, but there's so many people still using it that they just can't, including 420,000 ATMs. Those are money dispensing machines in the US are still running Windows XP. So if they discontinue that, then they will discontinue giving money.
Yeah. Less than 10% of ATMs worldwide are ready for the switch for XP to shut off and not be vulnerable.
Love it. Just like to clarify on what you said there, they won't just automatically stop working. They will just not be supported against their vulnerabilities.
Yeah. Which still doesn't make you feel that great, but...
No. That's all right. I got no money anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
This is not news. Everyone knew this as soon as it came out that they were going to stop supporting it.
Right.
Like, I know every business I've ever worked in is on XP.
It's because it is the most stable operating system that Microsoft has ever put out. And it is, with most of the productivity suites that are out there, be it Office programs or you name it, they're all designed to run on XP. And Microsoft has, I think XP was supposed to actually be turned off in 09, and it's been extended and extended and extended.
09. Really? 09.
I don't know if it was 09, but it was a couple of years ago, and it's kind of stupid because it's like, hey, you've got an extra 4 years or 5 years to figure it out, and a lot of people just still haven't done anything. It's like, well, then don't complain about that they're going to turn it off.
No.
Yeah, I still don't get it. If you've got a product and they've pushed out shit operating systems, they pushed out Vista, which shit the bed horribly. 7 is at least stable. Now they're pushing 8 and 8.1 and now 9. Everybody is still using XP. I don't know what Microsoft is doing. They are distancing themselves from their key clientele, the reason they make money. It just makes zero sense. And then Microsoft's going to turn around and say, "Oh, we're broke." Well, fuck. What do you think happened?
Well, one of the other things they want everyone to know is that they're going to extend the anti-malware support. Are we using that? Do we care? I don't think anyone ever cared about that.
No. It's the really all they're doing is, and here's the humorous things that I've found with this. Microsoft X is shutting off future support for XP, which means they are going to stop putting out security fixes for it. Is essentially all that means. They're going to continue the malware support up through 2015 and then weed that off. What you have XP mode on Windows 7 to run the software that you have purchased,
which really barely works, but that's another point.
If you've got something that's written to only run in XP, and it's not forward compatible, and the software company hasn't released anything to make it forward compatible, it's not going to stop working, but it's going to leave your Windows 7 machine now vulnerable because they are just not going to close those holes anymore. It's almost like they're saying, you know what, we're just going to shoot ourselves in the foot. Plus, you can still buy copies of XP in stores if they haven't gotten sold in the last 20 years or whatever.
2001.
You know,
2001.
You can buy that, install it on your machine, and you still have to register it. But you won't get any patches or upgrades.
Well, surely you get the old patches.
Yeah, you'll get the legacy patches up to whatever day it is in 2014 here, next month sometime, I think April sometime. I'm on 7 on this machine, but I've got 2 other machines that I run XP on, and I'm not going to upgrade them to 7 because they've got things on there that are running Windows 98, 95, just the type of software that they are. And it's not like you can go and purchase this software. You know, some of these companies aren't around anymore that have made this software.
Maybe next year they'll discontinue Windows 7.
Yeah, to try and force everybody to go to a tablet operating system that nobody asked for.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should do that because
system sell. Put a keyboard and mouse on it.
Well,
get rid of the tablet operating software.
Should I move to Windows 8 now? I mean, not because it's better or worse,
problems as it is,
but because I'm going to be forced to. Should I learn to use it? Or am I going to be stuck with it? Anyways, I guess I should just keep postponing the inevitable.
I would honestly, I think what's going to happen is Microsoft is going to have shot themselves in the foot so much that they have essentially blown their entire lower portion off, and all they are is a head and neck that and some other company is going to step in and take over, whether it's Ubuntu or something odd like that, or maybe iOS is going to become more compatible with things that aren't just the Apple products. I don't know, but something is going to step in because Microsoft is shitting the bed so hard that they don't even see it. It's like they don't even see it. I know Ham has said that they're destroying themselves from the inside on purpose.
Yeah. I think I saw that there's more CEOs leaving the company because they don't like the direction it is headed.
Downwards.
I don't know. It's going to matter eventually. I mean, it kind of matters now. It's just going to really matter later. It matters now. But there's nothing we can do, is there?
Yeah, no. I just don't see a company ready to step in and take over, like Strider was saying. It's like, yeah, you mentioned the Apple there, but that would be Apple ruining their thing, because they've always gone for them being the, I don't know, the sort of designer system. They're not going to come in and take over the sort of general use.
If you have a CEO of a company that says, you know what, this other company is shitting the bed, we can step in and make billions. They're going to go that direction.
I'd consider Apple if it wasn't so damn expensive.
Well, and that's
Also,
the problem.
though, bear in mind, Microsoft has huge revenue from Xbox at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's going to dry up too.
Yeah.
Those 12-year-olds and 12 to 16-year-olds that their target audience is, they're not going to continue to purchase these consoles, and especially a console that's designed not to be a console. It's an entertainment system. You know what? A 16-year-old doesn't give a shit.
Nope.
And really, the people, when they get older than 16, they start looking at it and say, yeah, I'm not going to drop $800 on this fucking thing that does what I already pay my cable box to do. And what?
Then there's a whole new generation of 16-year-olds.
Yeah,
No,
but you say
they
that,
don't
but
have money.
even that's in decline already. The amount of people that come into where I work asking for gaming PCs has literally gone up, I don't know, 1,000%. I didn't see one in the first year I worked there. As soon as Xbox was announced, I've seen a couple a week.
Gaming PCs as opposed to... Yeah, that's
As
interesting.
opposed to consoles. A lot more people going for it.
Yeah, they're moving away from... Because they've been... Simplicity has been shoved down their throat, and they're being spoon-fed like cattle on an ideal that makes no sense to the consumer. It makes sense to the company that's spooning that shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's fantastic revenue for them, but consumers are not stupid. Well, consumers are stupid.
Yeah.
They're learning, and they're saying the consumers are becoming self-aware.
Oh God!
Really, they're starting to say, why am I fucking renting? I'm buying a game and then having to rent its fun from you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening. And the movement is on. There was the pendulum swing where it went, oh, it's all console and console's the best. You know what? It's dropping away. Console is dying.
I think it is. Well, I don't know. It's
And
not what it was.
Well, I also think that cell phones and tablets and the little mini games that you get on these units, people are considering those games. They're not. That you can't say that a game that you play for 2 minutes on your cell phone is the same as a game that you would what would be one I could compare it to, whatever.
Fancy Drew?
Assassin's Creed. You say Assassin's Creed. I don't even play Assassin's Creed or The Sims or whatever. How is a 99-cent app all of a sudden lumped in with the same thing as a game? It's an app. It's a distraction. A game is something you can lose yourself in, not something to distract you from your mundane existence on a bus for 2 minutes so that you don't have to socially interact with people. It's not a game. And the fact that people are considering apps games is actually further ruining the industry and the chances of any gaming thing surviving. We're going to be back to board games. Cards and dice and sticks and rocks. And that's going to be fun because fucking an app is not a game. Beer and sticks and rocks. That'll be the game.
And finger guns.
like-
Think of
Bang,
the
bang.
rules.
I have the beer. I've got the beer already. I've got a stick.
What game are we going to play? Dirt Clump. What are the rules? Whap. There are none.
You drink as
Welcome
much as
to
you can,
Dirt
and then you fall in the dirt.
First rule of Dirt Clump is you don't talk about Dirt Clump.
Love it. I'm excited for this game.
Pre-order now.
Day one DLC.
Yeah, Insta Dirt
Extra,
Clump.
extra
Extra
dirt clumps.
XP.
Double XP Dirt Clump weekend.
Yes.
But unfortunately, I think that's what's going to happen, and that is probably why you're seeing an increase in people looking for gaming PCs. Plus, they're trying to get an operating system that is functional for these things before they're forced to buy.
They're trying to do the Steam OS. That's what they want to do with that, which is Linux running Steam, running games somehow. I don't know how yet. I'm actually curious to know if they found a way to emulate these Windows-type games inside of Linux. I wonder if they did that. And maybe they did. I mean, there's Wine out there, and
but that's the thing. You got a Windows emulator already.
Yeah.
You don't need
Even though it's with these. On that same subject, there's very little talk about the actual games. There's a lot of talk of check out the Steam box. It's all great. Look at it. But no one's ever said, oh yeah, but here are the games you can play on it.
No one has.
So I don't think they've figured it out yet.
No, I find that very suspicious. Like, to me, that just sounds like it's like going to be 6 ported Linux games.
Well, I thought Valve was working very hard on reverse.
Yeah, but Valve is on Valve time. They can work very hard. It's still going to be years and years.
No, but Valve is working. They've got a team working on recoding the Valve games, like Half-Life 2.
But they're already done, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were done.
Fuck. Valve,
Like,
look at you.
Exactly my point. It's just like, well,
Bravo.
right.
But that's it. That's all you can play. You can go play CS:GO now.
With the controller.
Oh god.
With the controller, yes. Yeah. But Alienware does mention that they're going to have their first machine available in September. So you'll be able to go out there and buy your SteamOS box.
Buy an Alienware?
No.
I wouldn't buy an Alienware. It's a Dell.
Yeah, it is.
Alienware used to be good. Now it's just a Dell. It's a Dell in an expensive case.
That is all it is.
Yeah. Well, also they mentioned that the Steam controller that used to have a touch screen right in the middle there, like the Ouya, right between the two pseudo joysticks that used to be there, but now they're getting rid of that and going to add actual physical buttons. 4 buttons.
The whole thing, that touch screen was supposed to be texturable as well.
I don't know.
I thought that was the actual touch pads, though. They're on about the buttons, not the pads. So
I
pads
don't
were
know.
supposed to be reactive.
I thought the touch screen you were supposed to be able to texture it or some shit, so you could code it so it would feel differently.
No, I'm sure that's the touch
ago.
pads. Yeah, I'm sure that's the actual sort of thumb pads, not the buttons.
Yeah.
Why would you want your thumb feeling different?
Why would you want your buttons to feel any different?
I wouldn't. I thought it was just a bunch of bullshit, but it's another one of those hype things that now you can play with. You be a man, play with brick feeling controllers. No, just check out my new controller. It feels like a brick.
You could program that to feel like some weird shit.
Oh, and people would.
Okay.
You hacker controller.
I know this.
My
I know.
controller feels dirty.
Dirty and moist.
Okay, so Steam, moving very quickly here. Steam is also getting ready for their virtual reality stuff. Steam VR is heading into beta, means that you can somehow get your hand on some sort of kit and start playing around with Steam VR. I don't know. To me, this is really just the software version so that you can run Oculus and run some sort of new headset version that they have available or they've been playing with. I don't know what they've been playing with. I thought it was an Oculus, but it's not, is it?
No, they had their own thing that they were going to try and do. But I thought I read somewhere else that Valve is not likely to release anything.
They're not.
They're going to work with Oculus.
That's right. They're not. They're doing it internally, and then they're not going to release it. The whole point of this is so that they can get their software to work efficiently, to play well without people getting sick. That's what they want to do. They just had their Valve Days conference, and one of the big discussions was, how do we make a game so that people can play the Oculus and not throw up? That was a big deal.
Valve is turning into that like weird, kooky kid that everybody knew at school. That like goes off and does really weird stuff in the corner, and then people go, "Ah, that's hilarious," but then doesn't actually talk to them.
So it's going to be one of those. Valve was always such a quiet company.
Yeah, like it's just, it's like what the hell are they doing?
So much.
Well, they have a. They also are working with some. Wow, it's all sorts of CES and virtual reality stuff from Valve, but I think we've covered it all, even though there's a ton of articles all about it. No plans to release its own.
Flying through this list.
Yeah, we are.
And there you go. Who's going to ship this? We're not. And there go 2 headsets, but I think they're both Oculus. They look both Oculus to me. Maybe they're not. I don't know.
Would they be Oculi?
Is that the plural? That might be the plural.
Or Oculus.
Oculuses.
Okay, and then
a whole classroom of people wearing Oculuses or Oculi. What are they called? Are they a gaggle? Are they?
God. But surely, if you got the Oculus working well, you'd never have to go to a classroom because you just put your Oculus on and you're in the classroom.
that's what they're saying about
true.
Google Glass. Yeah. All right. So
comes with 7
Yeah, but
different teacher models.
unless you're on that Crystal Cove thing where with the helmet that you'd have to be in the classroom so that it could position you and have the electric shock thing so that the teacher can like just
Zero, yes.
Yeah.
But you can buy DLC packs, right? They're like different teachers, so you can have like.
ha!
I know where he's going with this.
You saw where I was going.
I came across an article and I was unable to save it because it's on a website that has so much JavaScript running on it that it just makes you angry. So, but the article that I found had something to do with somebody creating a VR that places you in a room, allows you to walk around it, tracks your every movement, and makes you feel like you're on the holodeck. So doing the whole bit with the surround sound, audio, visual, everything.
Except you're wearing a helmet and goggles.
Well, and you're sitting on the back of a small bus.
You're still living in your parents' basement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Living in a van down by the river.
Okay, Nintendo. Nintendo is having some issues. They say, here's our financials, and then they lose more money.
Is an issue.
Yeah. So they just cut their, they cut their sales projections from 9 million to 2.8 million.
So more than a quarter. Well, is it exactly a quarter?
So they were having issues before. How are they still out there? How are they still
good math?
How are they still in business?
Well, it's humorous that you have all of these, and they're not the only ones. This is because there's a couple more companies that have done this. Activision has dropped its sales forecast numbers. EA has dropped its sales forecast numbers. The next topic, GameStop cut their game sales forecast. Nintendo, it's all like, oh, we're gonna sell a lot. Holy shit, nobody's buying our crap. And that's essentially what it's turned into.
That could be tied to the consoles.
It's worse for Nintendo because they just don't do new IPs. It's the same stuff.
Zelda.
Every single console.
Come on, they got Zelda, right? That's a new IP.
They got Zelda, and they got Mario. But what else have they got?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Zelda versus Mario in the squared circle.
Don't forget Pokemon.
Oh yeah, don't they? I don't know.
Yeah, they got Pokemon. Yeah.
Which, from what I gather, is broken as shit right now. Anyway.
Aw. Ever since they put that transgender character in there.
From what you gathered.
I can read.
They have been making the same games over and over for the last 10 years?
Yeah, they're riding the hype of their initial success. Remind you of Call of Duty? I mean, no particular title, Battlefield.
Battlefield, which is supposedly making everyone angry because it barely works, was on sale for one day for like $25 last week.
Still not going to buy it.
I like how that's not
buying it. No.
$25 sale. It's not really a sale to me.
No.
like
Probably
the
the
sale.
actual. That's the realistic price, is what that is. And
I
even
like
then,
the sale that Steam had on accidentally for
Oh, yes.
that no one was allowed to take advantage of.
A couple weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah, with the 125% off of Borderlands 2. We'll
Yes.
pay you $16 if you get this game.
For like 30 minutes, they would pay you to buy certain games. Over 100% off. It was great. I almost got them. They were too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, GameStop, they're tumbling as well, which I can't believe that they're still open. It's just like Blockbuster or whatever place where you used to get your Betamax movies.
is GameStop the one that I saw?
Betamax.
That's how old I feel like Blockbuster is.
Wow.
Was it GameStop with the one that it came out that they were keeping the video games in the bathroom? Was that GameStop?
I don't
Did you
know.
see that?
I did not
It was
see that.
I think it was GameStop. A former employee of one of these American companies released like a photo, and it was all the games were kept right next to the like toilet.
That's
I swear that was GameStop.
must be a big bathroom or a small store.
No, it wasn't. It was a small store,
They just needed the extra storage space.
Yeah.
Is all.
and it was like Nintendo, the DSs or something. And the guy was like, "We'd have DSs fall in the toilet every now and again."
What's a little urine? That's not yours.
Game is a shitty game.
There you go. Oh boy, they're really setting us up. They have a Google. Google is that the picture that I wanted? I don't even know if that's the one. Google's working on contact lenses.
Yeah. Isn't that some shit?
Well, right now, what the contact lens is going to be doing is primarily checking your blood sugar levels. If you have diabetes or something like that, so that's good. It's going to test your tears.
They tell you if they're happy tears, sad tears.
It's tears because you have this thing in your eye, I'm sure.
Tears of a clown.
Tears
Yeah,
of a clown.
but
Happy
there's
clown,
not-
sad clown.
Sad clown. I wear contact lenses. I've got nothing against it. I'm curious as to what this can actually do for you, though. Not necessarily. Like, this is obviously going to be, like, not even beta stages. This is pre-alpha stages of this design. But the concept of having some sort of instant feedback, retinal instant feedback, doesn't sound all that bad to me. Because you can now link that with your smartphone. You get little pop-ups all over the place. It's going to be like, your life is going to be like the Terminator movie, where you can just everything is like, and you can the smart people will be able to process that information. The retarded people will just stick a gun in their mouth, and it's just going to be awesome. I think.
I'm only going to buy this.
I
if it
like
actually
this
shows
better
you
than
my
the
life
Google
bar.
Glass. What's that?
I'll only buy it if you get your own health bar. Come up with as well. Get hurt, it just goes down a
Change your
bit.
HUD.
Yes.
Get the jam on the screen as you start
Yes.
hurting yourself.
Get out of breath, it starts shaking like every game does.
The sleep icon blinks when it gets too late.
It tells you when you have to eat food and drink water.
Oh yes, you could have a pee bar.
You could actually.
When
A
you're
bladder bar.
drinking.
You could. I think that thing could analyze your tears and tell you when you have to go.
It also
I'm
tell you
buying
when
one.
you're drunk.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm buying one if that's the case. I don't care what the price is. I'm buying one.
Wow. And then there's a month or two ago, we talked about how somebody was driving around with the Google Glass in California, I think it was, and got pulled over and then gave her a ticket saying, "You can't wear that. It's a distraction." She did go to court and she got out of it. However, they now wrote new laws into effect saying that you can't wear it while driving.
Yeah. Well, there's already states that have got that law and just saying, you know what, on or off, we're just going to say, no, you can't have it, period.
Is
That
she
way,
wearing
no
the
ambiguity.
Google glasses while she's being interviewed? Is
Yes.
that what's like what I'm seeing? Fuck.
Yes.
Welcome to America.
That's got her little teleprompter on it.
Yeah.
She'll upload the video later, maybe. Okay. Now
She's watching herself live on TV on her Google
It's
Glass.
some sort of weird like mirror effect.
A hollow mirror effect. Hey, wow! I can see me watching me, watching me, watching me, watching me.
Sledgehammer, if you remember them, they're developers that were supposed to be working on some sort of Call of Duty game, are now calling for Call of Duty developers to work for them. I don't think they're going to work on the next Call of Duty. I think they want to work on their own military shooter, which is similar to Call of
It's going to
Duty.
be exactly like Call of Duty.
Yep.
It's not going to be similar. It's going to be exactly like it.
Wasn't Sledgehammer the one that was supposedly working on the MMO
Yes.
version
Yeah, that's what I
of Call
thought.
of Duty, or
Yeah.
Maybe they've never stopped, and this is...
or the Wii version, or something? I don't know.
And now they have, they're not going to release it, so they're like, let's not throw this code away, let's just change a couple skins and sell it as our own game.
Yeah.
We'll call it Doll of Cootie.
No one will know. You're
We'll
right.
just see
Doll
what
of
we did.
Duty.
Swap 2 letters. Try and keep up, people.
Okay.
Talk slow to Call of Duty players.
So Rockstar is out there saying that they're going to shut down the GTA online cheaters. Online cheaters, look out, we're coming for
Yeah, I
you.
read this, right, and I got a problem with this, is they're not cheating. They're not running scripts. They're not using any kind of hacks. They found a glitch in the game, which
They're
they are
exploiting.
exploiting.
Yeah.
That is not
So
cheating.
fix it.
Yeah. But just because they found a glitch in your game doesn't mean they should be punished. So if they get banned, I feel sorry for them.
I don't know if they're banning them, but they are going to take all their money away.
It says they're going to take
and-
all their
and
money and
anybody
punish
that's been
them.
given money by them.
It's an exploit.
any of
It's
that-
not a cheat.
Yeah.
I like
any
how
of
it
that
says anyone who innocently received GTA's money, whatever, as a result of these exploits, but did not engage in cheating to acquire it, will not face any further. So how are you going to tell the difference?
They've been monitoring the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
the one you're saying it's an exploit, but actually it's a counterfeit. I don't know how can you exploit something that's going to create counterfeit of something that exists in the game. That is more like cheating to create a counterfeit. I don't understand. It may be an exploit that's allowing them to run their cheat. But
Well, is it similar to how you, in some games we've played, where you would duplicate your items? So if you put them in something and then, did something else, the game glitches and then you get double what have you had. That's what it seems like to me is they're doing, is they found some way which they duplicate all their stuff.
duplicate. That's a funny word.
Duplicate. That's what it seems like to me. They're
Yes.
doing something. That means they're getting more money than they should.
But how are they? And see, that's the thing. Rockstar is determined that they can. They're saying they can tell the difference between the real money and this counterfeit money in game.
Well, is it because maybe it's all got the money's got some kind of identifier and the identifier
Like
gets
serial.
doubled?
What I'm reading now is they're checking to see if anybody's got like ridiculously high amounts of money.
Okay. That's it. That's going to be the whole thing. Well, how does that work if you were given some money innocently?
I don't
Yeah,
get
They
it.
exactly.
they say if you just were given the money, you just lose the money.
I'm trying to find out like exactly what the issue.
And they're
with
not
their exploits is, but-
They're not banning anybody. They're putting them into the cheaters pool, which just means you don't get to play with the other kids in
With
the
non-cheaters.
playground until you're determined to not be a cheater. So you're like being punished. You have to play on the dirty playground until.
Well, why not figure out what they're doing and stop it?
Well, I think
Because
they've
that
done.
instantly stops them.
Yeah, I think they've done that.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, how do you get
Say
a...
that about women too.
Yeah. It's true in life.
Yeah, what's true in video games is true in life, man. Life represents art, or replicates art, or something like that. Some shit. I don't-
So how do you reboot a media campaign on a game? Well, first, you cancel it, and then you release it again. Announce it, or anyways. Last week we talked about the cancellation of the next Hitman game, and this week we're talking about the announcement of a new Hitman game.
Awesome.
Oh,
God.
I don't know if it's the same game or what. I just know that it's back. I don't know. I wasn't a Hitman game fan. First one bored me, so I couldn't carry on.
Done 1 or 2.
Yeah, I didn't mind the first one. It was kind of a neat concept, but then it just got boring and repetitive.
Yeah.
Kind of like Batman.
The most recent one is horrible.
I actually, what was the game where you could stuff the cat on the end of your rifle to
Running with scissors.
That was Postal or something.
Postal.
Yeah.
See, now that was a good game just because it had something different at the time. However, if I was to want to try and play it again, it'd be like, oh yeah, you can shove the cat on the end of the gun.
Yeah.
We're seriously lacking innovation, and the lack of IP, the lack of new IPs coming out, the lack of innovative IPs coming out. Hey, let's do another World War II game because there's not enough of them already. Hey, let's do another game that's like Halo, but we won't call it Halo, and we'll do it something else. And let's do a game that's Tribes, essentially. Let's do a game that's Tribes/Halo. No one's ever thought of that before. There's no innovation in the industry.
Talking about innovation, devil's advocate, why can't that be applied to consoles, and why can't Microsoft be thanked for trying to innovate something?
What are they innovating, though?
Making an entertainment system instead of a regular old console.
But what are they innovating? They are taking something that already exists and
merging
charging
it.
money for it, and if you're stupid enough to buy it, are you trying to excuse yourself for purchasing an Xbox?
I did not. I do not own one. No. No. No, but I just wanted to mention, that to me is
pushes the Xbox box out by his foot.
we keep knocking them. We keep knocking Microsoft for the crap that they put out on that new Xbox, which I don't like at all. It's not a console, but what if they did just put out the same old console? We would be the same way. We'd knock them for not doing anything new.
But they're still not doing anything new with this because they're just taking what you already have, like your cable box and your PVR, and just going, here you go, now you can put it all in one box of stuff that you already own.
And we're going to charge you $12 a month for something that you've purchased to do exactly what you could do without purchasing this or buying it or paying $12 a month. Like that is the biggest problem. Well, I've got two big problems with Xbox One. Number one, it doesn't do anything it doesn't do anything, period, that I can't already do. Oh, you can play a game. Well, I can play a game on my computer.
Stop. You can't snap anything. You can't snap that Bing page over to your Skype window while playing.
All right. On a scale of 1 to nobody gives a fuck, whereabouts does that fall in?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, that's
Never.
really leaning towards the nobody gives a fuck.
You can't sit there and say Xbox sign out. You can't do that.
Okay, you can't troll people. That's fun.
It's people that are playing these console games now, and then they're also getting, and I'm going to go to the gamer side of things here. We'll leave all the rest of the shit that Xbox One can do that nobody asked for it to do, that nobody's ever going to use, to the side. Strictly from gaming. If you approach a system as a gaming thing, why are you gaming? Are you gaming to enjoy the game, or are you gaming to try and belittle everybody else around you with either your elite gaming skills or just to verbally abuse people because your life is that shallow and you're like trying everything you can to not put a gun in your mouth?
Why can't all situations apply? Why can't it be all of the above?
Well, because then we go back to a deeper problem where we're bubble wrapping society and not allowing natural selection to remove these invalids from the breeding pool. And then we get back to, the fun. Gaming was fun. And game companies and the gaming industry has successfully removed fun from gaming. I don't know. It's not like they just waved their, snap their fingers or waved their wand. This has been a long time building. But it is now not fun to game.
No.
When was the last time we all got together and had fun playing a game? Was it on a new? And when it happened, was it on a new title?
Not at
or was
all.
it on
If
something
you wanna-
that's probably 3 or 4 years old?
If you want to go like new title, it was probably the first Left 4 Dead, or was World at War out before or after that? I don't remember.
Does it count that I played an hour of Battlefield with people in the office this week? Battlefield 4?
No, because
I was thinking that myself. With you guys, not often, but before the show, I was actually playing a game which kind of segues into the next topic. I was actually playing DayZ with the community I hang out with, and having a good time with it.
They announced that they sold 1 million copies in 4 weeks, which I don't know what that means.
The ironic thing is, I do own the standalone, but we're still playing the mod because it's a prime example of the mod community fixing problems.
Yes.
I watched a couple of videos on. I thought, you know what? I'll take a look at the standalone. I watched a couple of videos and I got so bored.
The standalone is terrible.
But
At the
I
moment.
think the mod is the same as well.
No, the mod we play is a combination. You'll know what I mean. Is DayZ with a combination of domination. So there's AI, humans, missions, but with the DayZ sort of, I don't know, architecture, I suppose.
Okay, so that's a little bit
Using a
more
big
interesting.
It's
Because
not very often you hear PC say anything, let alone a 4-syllable
A full
word.
paragraph.
I just remember playing the mod and it was horrible. It took like an hour and a half to get connected to one server, and when I finally did, I got dead in the first 8 seconds.
Well,
Not
the nice
dead.
thing is our server is closed, so we're not playing against other people at the moment because we've got the AI in there already.
Right, okay.
So yeah,
I just found it horrifically
that's the
boring.
last time. It's fine. Like, I haven't played a game on my own and enjoyed it in a long time. But when I
yes, you have.
with Munich, apart from Tomb Raider.
There you go.
But yeah, all right, Tomb Raider. I'll give you that one.
See,
What's
we're
that other
just
when you play that
And
Oblivion?
Kerbal. Fucking Kerbal is amazing.
What?
I don't know what he's talking
Kerbal
about.
Space
It's
Program?
some special little game that he plays.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Surely you've heard of this game.
No.
Well, yeah, that's
I
fun.
think.
Kerbal.
No, I wasn't concentrating. Now I've done like the worst beer ever. Yeah.
All right.
It's
Oh,
like
I saw this
anti-malware.
at PAX.
What?
Is that the one where you play on top and underneath 2 characters at once, by any chance?
No.
Okay.
You seriously play this?
Play what?
It's
What are
amazing.
you looking at? Looking at
Kerbal.
what are you looking at?
Or Kerbal.
It's,
Kerbal?
it's like
Yeah, it's
like
really like it's
like the
addictive.
minions off of
Yeah, a little bit. But it actually
Except
takes a
they're
bit of thought. That's what I like about the game is it takes a bit of thought. It's not just slap that there, and away you go. You've actually got to sit down and think about what you're doing a bit. Otherwise, you just crash and die.
Well, there's
Run
some.
out of aliens, you game over.
Well, there are some people out there thinking that they're doing stuff that's new. There's a video that you can find. Somebody made Antarctic in UDK so that you can camera fly through and take a look at Antarctic.
I think I watched this. This is actually pretty good.
Yeah, but so what? I mean, what's
Well,
so?
there's no use to it at all, other than it looks amazing. But because you can't, there's no way you turn that into a game environment because it wouldn't run.
No, and I'm not even sure that this is a selling point for your portfolio, unless this is a small piece of it.
Well, I think what the guy was kind of doing is working with custom like physics shading. which I'm not 100% sure what that even means. I think he's talking about like if you look at the ice in the water, he's making shaders for that.
Okay.
It's moving at the same. I don't really know. I tried to figure it out, and I was like, what?
And then you just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go have breakfast.
Yeah.
Eddie's.
Yeah. Make some bacon pancakes.
They don't do bacon pancakes at Denny's. That's weird.
No.
What do they?
So anyway, I'll move. Go have breakfast later. Then somebody else has a strategy game that they're working on, which I think is on Kickstarter. It's I forgot the name of this game. Star Swarm. Yes, where you can have an army of 5,000 units on the screen all at once. But if you're looking at it, they're really just like dots on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not exactly detailed units, are they?
So they just have a good level of detail thing going on.
So what's the cutoff of units on, say, the new Rome game, Total War game? Because I thought you could already do this sort of thing.
Yeah. I don't know what the difference is.
I don't play these kind of games. They bore me, so no, I didn't look.
I'm not allowed to play these games for 2 reasons. One, it makes File cry. And,
only when I'm playing against you.
And I get sucked into them for like 20 minutes. I just disappear.
Yes.
The last one I was playing was that Anno, A-N-N-O.
I remember the name.
Kind of like Civilization, but that is literally one of those ones where I got up to go to the bathroom and it was 4 a.m.
Titanfall supposed to be hitting Xbox One, right? So if something about pre-ordering, blah blah blah, sign up, get on the alpha team so you can alpha test, beta test. I don't know.
Alpha test. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's pre-beta.
Wow.
That's pretty extreme.
So buggy of all buggy, you get to sign up and start playing this game on your Xbox account and checking out Titanfall.
For this terrifyingly painful privilege?
I have no idea. But they sent out invites to those people that actually did sign up.
It's getting worse. It's this thing of like, you used to get a demo to play. Now it's like, oh, you can sign up and be on the beta. Now it's, hey, sign up and be on the alpha so you can...
Yeah, it's...
So you can pay us
to sign up and give us some ideas.
Yeah.
You can develop our game for us.
You can even buy a special...
Now, you can be on the unpaid developers list.
You can buy a special controller even, if you want.
Yeah.
But not everyone is happy. Some people went out and bought the game and then signed up, expecting to be on the team. But guess what? They didn't get chosen. And they're all mad. So they threw a pinch between their lip and cheek there and rambled on the internet about it.
That controller looks like shit, too, by the way.
It really does.
Oh, I guess then you're not going to buy it, are you?
No, I'm not. Good assumption.
We don't buy things anymore.
But now,
it's been a long time till we actually buy something.
But you got this one person who's really upset about not getting on the team after having signed up and bought the game and done everything that he thought he was right. I mean, he's really upset. Long diatribe. He's getting all the press now for it. But then you have somebody over at, where was this? Kotaku? I thought maybe it was on Gamasutra, but it's not. A video game developer who wants to remain anonymous. He's works on big games, but he's not like a major player, but he is important. Goes on to talk about how your words hurt. That's really all it is. He says, I understand, but I begin to loathe those who express their hatred and show how much they hate it and talk about it and how they're going to kill everybody who developed it because it's so bad.
There's always going to be people on either side.
Of course.
Every single time.
Here's the problem, though. Would you rather the people you're developing a game for lie to you? Do you want them to sugarcoat everything to protect your fragile ego?
Yes.
Like, seriously. It's criticism. If if it's just hatred, then it's criticism without a point. And I agree that there is no reason for criticism without a point. But if it is criticism saying, you know what, this is horrible. You guys have shit the bed on this because of this, because of this, because it's not hatred. That is criticism that you guys shit the fucking bed.
That is an example of somebody that went to a university or a school of some kind where they went every 5 minutes. They went, yeah, good job, that's awesome.
Yeah, you get a ribbon for, congratulations. Last place is just the best loser.
Because when I was in university, I coded
Here's your
something, and my
ribbon.
lecturer looked at it and went, "What the hell is this? Go back, go back in there and finish." It's just like
When I went to school, like seriously, in the city I live in, the teachers are not allowed to use red pens.
Oh, wow.
to mark kids' tests and things like that. Red stands out, but red is an angry color, and we don't want the kids thinking you're angry with them, so they're not allowed to correct using a red pen. It is also when you guys went to school, your grades were they like A through F or what? Yeah.
Well, they were kind of both. I mean, they give you a grade A through F, but then they score sometimes on a percentage.
Yeah, you'd get a percentage score out of 100. And you got your A, B, C, D, F. The F still exists, but a teacher is not allowed to grade a student F. They are not allowed to fail a student. The lowest grade you can get is 50% for trying.
Well, by that logic, then
This
I
is
can
why
not
people
do
be
the
stupid
test.
now.
This is why
Good
you
God.
get
Wow.
people like this douchebag saying, "I'm sick of hitting your words hurt." Fuck off, grow up. And if it doesn't work, stick that gun in your mouth that we stopped you from doing. It's ah.
He
I'm
is
quite
not
glad-
angry with you, kids. He is not angry with you.
He's not using the red pen.
He's not using the red pen.
Red pen.
I'm quite glad the Daily Mail doesn't watch this show, because they would have a
God.
field day with us. Daily Mail, it's a newspaper in the UK that just kind of basically just goes, "Oh my god," and like runs with any old. It's Fox News. It's Fox News of the newspaper world, where they sort of go, "If only Diana was still alive every other week."
She'd be a zombie if she was still alive. Doesn't nobody think of that? She's buried. If she was still alive, she'd be like, "Let me out!"
That's
With
what
an
we need
English
now. It's a
accent.
nice little zombie apocalypse. Just to
Yeah.
thin the herd a bit.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a zombie twist that no one has done yet. The royal family zombies.
So, that is a comic book waiting to happen. I would read the hell out of that
The
comic.
Queen Mum. I'm not dead. No.
Okay. That can wrap up our show unless you guys want to talk about anything else.
Mm,
Do you believe? Well, why not finish the list? There was 34 topics.
Because the other two
and
suck.
we've got through- Well, yeah.
GamePrefabs.com is closing. The Tornado Twin type dudes who brought this up with Unity Prefabs is now moving on to something else, and they're going to close the store. You're welcome to buy the store from them, but they're closing it up. Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, it's making money if they're just going to close it rather than try and find a buyer. Smart investment choice there, console owners. Jump on that.
And the other one, this League of Legends kid from Germany, was denied access to, where was it, the United States, because there was something wrong with his visa. And they wanted to try and make a big stink of it, but
so
they can't.
what they're trying to do is imply that it's trying to drum up the whole thing of it is a real sport. That's the argument they're trying to get into. But it's clearly he just didn't fill out paperwork properly, or he had something in his suitcase that he maybe shouldn't have had.
The irony. No, his visa was denied.
The athletic visa?
That is the irony of this whole thing. Is you didn't fill out your visa paperwork properly. Yet you are I pro gamer. Legal losers.
I still, and I may get some hate for this, but I still disagree that this should even be a thing.
It's not. It is not a sport. You can
No.
call it a sport if you want, but it's not a sport.
It takes skill, I'll give you that. But it's
Yeah.
not.
It takes autistic skill. You end up
But if
being
it's
like
not a
savant.
sport, what is it?
A waste of time.
Exactly, it's
Some
a
of these guys are
game.
rich as hell.
It's
Okay.
yeah.
Define
It's just stupid.
define sport. Number 1, an activity involving physical exertion and skill.
Well, you got one of the two.
Okay.
Hey, they have to press those buttons hard when they rage quit.
Also, a person who behaves in a good or specified way in response to being teased.
Oh, well, that's...
You're a good sport.
See, it may not even be that. I think what I don't like about it is the fact that these people are treated, in terms of the gaming community, as like, oh, they're like the gaming celebrities, and you're just like, no, they're just douchebags.
Dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Although I'm not saying that if I was as good as them, I wouldn't do what they do.
Yeah, but would you be like, oh, it's one thing to say, you know what, I'm the best at this game, and it's been proven because other people have challenged and whatever. But I am a pro gamer. I deserve to be treated like I am royalty. Like
That's what bothers me about it.
I
It's
am
exactly
Ben
that.
Johnson.
Yeah, but that's no
am-
different to the way normal sports people behave as well. I'm a professional athlete.
Yeah.
They do exactly the
When
same.
are they going to start? When are they going to start testing these gamers for like
That's
Too
illegal
much- too much
substance
enhancing
use.
drugs?
Too much Mountain Dew.
Name one of. Yeah, exactly. Name one of these fuckwads that's not chugging energy drinks.
Mm-hmm.
That's performance enhancing drugs. Sorry, you guys are shooting the dope. I can't fucking follow this sport anymore. I've lost faith in all of humanity.
I just don't find it amusing.
No,
in any way,
poker's
like-
not a sport either.
No.
Poker is a game played by people that bet on sports. Don't
Well-
confuse it.
Yeah, if you want, somebody is actually trying to make a new sport, and if this web page will open for me, I will grab the link. And it's not really related to video games, which is why it's not on the topics list. Let's
If
see.
it's not professional musical chairs, I'm not interested.
Basically, they're making a robotic skeleton that you can kind of control without motors, but there's got to be some sort of motor in it because it's hydraulically driven, so that you can have races with these
Oh God.
giant things. And suddenly I can't find the link anymore, which I saw this morning. I was like, really?
Why
Are you
does that-
serious?
That sounds like that movie with the boxer, the robot boxer thing. Shit, whatever the hell that was. It was a horrible movie.
All right, I'm going to play the video, and hopefully it doesn't crash the system. So here you go. Since we're at the end, it doesn't matter.
It always matters, buddy.
Then I can't hear a thing. Man, we
Can't
don't.
see anything.
We don't need a.
Blind.
Do we need audio? We don't need audio. Shit, I want audio.
Well, not unless we want to enjoy it too, but
I can't hear it.
I can't.
Okay, good. No one can hear it. So there it is.
Same.
Okay,
on
go
the
on.
same topic of this guy, I just read through that article. If it's not a sport, why does he need an athletic visa? Surely he can just use a normal visa.
Because
Yeah,
he's
not
trying
for
to
the States
pretend
you
he's
can.
an athlete.
Right. Okay. I was just going to see if there was some sort of loophole where you couldn't compete in the
No, 'cause
tournament
you
unless
can't.
he had
Yeah,
one. Or
well, no, because you can't. Because technically, you're like working is what it'll be. So you can't just enter the United States and say, hey, I'm going to go participate in a contest on a tourist visa.
We can't.
I don't think so.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is there a crossover? Surely the way I look at it is, if he's not considered an athlete for what he does, surely the tournaments don't consider his work. They are a leisure time which you could win money.
Mm.
The same as going to Vegas and going to the casinos.
Right?
True. I think it's more just the fact that he just didn't fill out his paperwork properly. That's more what it is. And he probably said something to a border guard. That's the
Probably
best way
something
to
in
get
German.
Yeah. I see where this whole thing is trying to go. It's trying to start an argument of like, oh well, it is. It's trying
He
to.
wouldn't have won anyway. That's for the Koreans.
The irony is none of their visas got cancelled.
No.
Because it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it is. It's the Koreans
then-
for all
then
these
The last
these
time we let
games, and then
Germans
it's
overboard is things went.
Sweden's for Counter-Strike. They're the only people who win these things.
Hmm.
To be fair, the last time we let Germans wander overboard is things didn't go so well.
Yeah, true that.
So now that we've offended absolutely everybody, what do we do
Move
now?
it swiftly onwards.
And we can end it up. We can thank our hosts for taking the time out to chat. All right, guys. Welshie, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
Hey, and Breezy, thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
Strider, thank you for joining us today.
It's always an adventure.
And I think I'm very much ready to change out the hardware in this machine and see if that helps anything. I don't even know if this audio is going to play right here. Let's see. Nope.
I heard it.
I heard it.
I'm starting and stopping audio. You guys hear it, but I don't. Awesome. Oh, now I do. I just restarted some audio, so I'm going to rewind that and go back for it. Okay. So I'm going to thank you, the fans of MODSonair.com and the subscribing members of ModsOnline.com for making the show possible. I expect to be back next weekend.
Thanks
Bye.
for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at ModsOnAir.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@ModsOnAir.com. And please consider subscribing to ModsOnline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners.
And somebody asked me to find GIFs with sound.
Oh god.
I don't want to set the world on.
Who else thinks of Fallout when you hear this?
Yeah, every single time.
Out of my way! I gotta go to the bathroom! You gotta move! I gotta poop! 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 Secret tunnel through the mountains. Secret tunnel.
Is Secret Tunnel a real song?
Well, he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me.
I feel like I'm having some sort of Vietnam-style flashback. What is happening?
It's even worse because I'm watching
The video is like way
kids
behind.
go and it doesn't match up. Yes, Sonic theme.
Well, she will like that one.
Yeah.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when
Like, have I been
did
abducted by the
you
government
last
and
let
like
your
it just... and this is my way of dealing with it.
In the arms of the angel, fly away.
Oh, well, she'd like this one too.
See, I can only hear the music, but then the thing's really far behind.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not in context.
You gotta mute Skype and just watch on the show. And that's it. And then come the commercials.
Say about that.
I'm just not even going to try and process that.
Nope. And then come the commercials. Okay, guys. I hope I make it back online.
Oh, are you gonna
He
crash?
was never seen again.
No, I'm gonna install that hardware. Who knows? It's got to be done.
Is it a new camera?
I
Is it-
just-
No, it's not a
I've
new
just seen
camera.
The Spider-Man one.
Yes,
Yeah, I think that-
Uncle Pen.
That's funny.
No, we got a new motherboard and we've got a new video card. I'm hoping that solves some issues. Everything else should be good. The hard drive's only a month old, if that. Not a month old. It's like 2 weeks old.
Well, he's not telling us. He's just gone out and bought a Titan.
No, it's a GX 770. GTX 770. It's not a Titan.
Ah.
All right, guys. Broadcast is ending. Have a good week.
Shut up.